This is what a semi-healthy Luka looks like.
Doncic with the Lakers down 10, long three on its way, and good. Luka, every time he does something, he immediately turns to the sideline. You know what he's looking for? Thanasis.
Yes, look, he's having words with the Thanasis over there.
Single-handedly outscoring the league's highest-scoring duo on a random Thursday night. The Hospital Lakers faced off against a healthy Bucks team that is now ramping up for the postseason. And there were a lot of problems, as well as some improvements that are worth discussing. The following is a full breakdown of what we learned from this Bucks game versus the Lakers, and a deeper look into JJ's versus Doc Rivers game plans. Luka and Reeves had gone 11 of 40 in the previous game against the Nets. And tonight, the competition was even worse, as they were going up against the league's highest-scoring duo, Giannis and Dame. The first thing of note from the jump was Milwaukee's size advantage over the Lakers.
Lakers are glad to have him back, and now Kuzma, offensive foul going the other way. And next Thursday in LA, Kuzma, good defense by Reeves, but Kuzma there to follow his own, and another dunk by the Bucks.
And LA's lack of communication on picking up bodies in transition.
Oh, what a pass. Damian Lillard sets up Giannis.
Give and go action between the Bucks' two best players.
This size discrepancy meant that LA had to throw extra attention to fronting the post on Giannis, which left shooters open all over the court.
Smith, no communication on the Lakers' part.
Not sure if Alex Len read the scouting report on Brook Lopez.
Keep an eye on Luka tonight. He's dealing with a multitude of injuries as Lopez with a deep three ball. Wow.
Without Hayes in the lineup, the Bucks 7-footer was having a field day.
The Lakers getting caught on mismatches against Brook Lopez, and he gets a three-point opportunity.
On the other side, the Bucks had no intention of letting Dame guard Luka on cross matches, opting instead to switch bigger bodies on him as much as possible.
This Bucks team can play extremely big, especially with Giannis and Brook Lopez.
They started off with drop, which is Luka's favorite coverage to go up against.
4-2, Luka! He's got his first three of the evening.
And he was having fun creating absurd amounts of space on his step-backs against the slower-footed big.
Length caused that one to miss. Back in, here's Doncic, driller!
Boy, he sold the drive to Brook Lopez.
Doc Rivers decided to start with single coverage on the Dawn.
And Doncic draws the contact. Kevin Porter Jr., first minutes on the floor. He draws the Doncic assignment, and Luka gets him quickly.
A completely different strategy from the heavy doubles we saw the previous game. But once Luka started cooking, then it was time to say bye-bye to single coverage.
Here's Doncic underneath, and Stu, he is going back to the line for more here in the first quarter.
However, by that point, he had already gotten going.
Oh, here he goes. And he's having words and looks with someone in the front row over here.
A dangerous gamble for any team to take. Defensively, the Lakers' plan was to have Len playing at the level on Dame Lopez pick and rolls and allowing Giannis to try and beat them with the three.
It's early next week. All right, Jerry, good stuff. Thank you for that as Giannis Antetokounmpo gets up a three-point try.
A rare three-point.
JJ was sending baseline help on Giannis post-ups, leaving Reeves to guard two on the weak side.
Squad here in Milwaukee. That's Lillard. Hits one in the corner.
There was a clear adjustment from the previous game. JJ was very angry at Luka and the team in that game for taking shortcuts, daring shooters to make threes instead of contesting.
No, I think it was just an overall mentality just to take shortcuts tonight. We just wanted to take shortcuts. We said no dare shots. We probably made 6, 7 uncontested threes. Just shortcuts.
And tonight, you could see that Luka had made the adjustment. His defensive effort was markedly improved to start the game.
Kuzma looks to attack all the way. Blocked that time by Luka.
You don't see Luka with the block shot very often.
Unfortunately for LA, their shooters were ice cold, despite Luka generating some of the most open looks you will ever see.
Whips one to Dorian Finney-Smith.
Open look after open look, and Gabe just couldn't convert.
Finney-Smith, Vincent open, Vincent misses again.
These are the types of misses that absolutely break your team's back.
Vincent open again, and he misses again. Well, it's starting to be a thing right now.
If Luka didn't literally spoon feed them, the supporting cast just couldn't buy a bucket on their own.
Vanderbilt gets inside, blocked by Lopez. That one had no chance of success.
With the Bucks getting into a nice rhythm,
Freakish athlete spins, lays it in and a foul. That was all Giannis. What a sequence.
LA needed someone else to give them a jolt on offense, and Connect was the man for the job.
Sims, by the way, underneath. Dalton Connect does just that from the outside. He leads the Lakers in games played, and he's underneath, and he turns and scores on the entry from Vanderbilt.
33-29, an early lead for the Bucks to start. To begin the second quarter, the Bucks continued their drop coverage, daring the Lakers to shoot over the top. Reeves took advantage of early offense opportunities, attacking before the Bucks defense set up.
Look at Sims right here. Oh my goodness. Look at his head. He had to adjust that throw.
Alex Len, on the other hand, had a nightmare stretch.
There's a steal by Lillard. Lillard with a burst. And he's looking for help. Gets run over by Connect.
With Sims constantly lurking in the dunker's spot, always ready for Dame to find him after drawing defenders in the lane.
Come from the line. Oh! Wow, the highlight of the night. Lillard to Jericho.
In these non-Luka minutes, the Bucks had pushed their lead to 11. But once Luka returned, they leaned heavily on high pick and rolls to open up the floor.
Back at the controls, and he finds a cutting Finney-Smith. Ran right by Damian Lillard.
Got caught ball watching, which a lot of players do.
They spammed that same set repeatedly, yielding the same results.
Doncic and Lynn. Skip pass, extra pass. Now Vincent finds Reeves. Everybody gets a touch, and Reeves with a three-pointer.
Just trying to stay attached to Milwaukee on the scoreboard. Unfortunately, Logo Lillard had other plans.
That's how you answer a defensive breakdown.
Playmaking by abusing Len and forcing the Lakers to collapse the paint.
Sets up Gary Trent Jr. Got another one.
But Wonder Boy had a response to that.
With the Lakers down 10, long three on its way, and good. Luka, every time he does something, he immediately turns to the sideline.
Going back and forth with the meme king on the sideline. On a mismatch, Baby Bird was taking it straight to the rim.
Heat check right here.
And Doncic goes and scores.
Pinned down, he was unleashing his magic to cap off his own 10-0 run.
This is when he's at his best, when he's improvising.
Oh my goodness,
He's at his best.
Stop it. Stop it.
The bench reaction said it all, but every turnover is an opportunity in the NBA, and the Bucks capitalized on two of Luka's miscues.
Steal by Porter. Behind the back to Giannis, a scramble. The ball looks like it's lopsided right now, and it ends up in the hands of Porter. Let it fly. He does, and he hits another one.
Splash Mountain turned into a facilitator to show off his guard skills.
A.J. Green, that's down. Now they're falling.
And on defense, Luka was being run over.
It's 4-on-4. Prince lays it in.
Milwaukee's sheer size forced JJ to burn a timeout, and that momentum continued with the Bucks' twin towers.
The big men working with each other here.
After a Connect outlet set up Reeves for a transition finish, LA cut it to 5.
Austin Reeves lays it in.
The Lakers collapsed the paint, leaving Gary Trent wide open, and he made them pay.
All the way across court. Three-pointer is good. Gary Trent Jr.
And we headed to halftime at 63-71, with the Bucks up by 8 and the Lakers searching for answers apart from Luka. While Doncic had scored 29 big ones in the first half, the rest of the team had added only 34 points, 2 of 11 from deep. They needed to step up. The third quarter began with Doc Rivers putting Kuzma on Luka instead of Prince. The result? Barbecue chicken alert.
Here's Luka, that huge scoring half. Oh, and he's underneath. He lets everybody go by, and he lays it up and in.
That's when the blitzes at half court began to get the ball out of his hands. On the other side, Giannis's improvement in the mid-range was on full display.
Started this third quarter.
Off one foot, the fadeaway is good by Giannis.
Hunting for Alex Len time and time again.
For Giannis, force it into a mid-range, and he buries it.
Milwaukee was doing a masterful job of stretching the Lakers' defense.
Lopez open for three. Down it goes, and the Bucks shooting it very well from beyond the arc.
As well as turning their own defense into efficient offense.
Len gets behind Lopez, but another block. Lopez with his third block of the game. Giannis drives, is fouled, and counted.
With Reeves cheating in the lane, Milwaukee was killing them with cuts on the back end.
Drops it off, Torian Prince. Bucks.
Meanwhile, the blitzes on Luka were working just how Doc had drawn it up.
The two Bucks. Vincent now in the lane, gets around Lopez.
And Alex Len was beyond useless at this point of the game.
Luka Doncic has the slowdown game.
That's the problem. Len, he's not guarding anyone. He's not scoring. He's not rebounding. Go small if you're the Lakers.
With Giannis dominating the paint, the Bucks' lead ballooned.
Does not deter Giannis. He goes and he scores.
Too easy.
Luka, who was frustrated with the refs all night, tried to stop the bleeding.
Outside and down. Count it for Luka Doncic.
But the Bucks' avalanche was relentless. It was all Milwaukee in the third.
And Green knocks it out of his hand. Second strip down by Green. Bucks on the run. Giannis running with Trent. Trent says, I'll handle it this time.
As Doc continued pushing this team to keep fighting until they actually crossed the finish line. Reeves was cooking to start the fourth, splitting the Bucks' defense for a tough finish off the glass.
And once again, it's Reeves. Wow, what a finish that was off the glass.
On the flip side, Dame was sizing up defenders in isolation, capitalizing on every inch of daylight.
And Damian Lillard drives it, scores it, and one.
Meanwhile, the Lakers' turnover woes reappeared.
Don't connect. Lost the handle, and then touch it last, and Connect turns it over.
A recurring theme this season. In non-Giannis minutes, Sims kept owning the glass.
Fires from three. There's Sims, another rebound. He's had a few offensive boards tonight as well.
And in case you had forgotten, Kuzma is indeed a buck, with Giannis continuing his domination in the paint and heading to the line. Despite the looming deficit, Luka continued his scorched earth policy, simply refusing to quit.
Still, Doncic fakes the pass behind the back, lays it in. Doncic goes to the 40-piece tonight.
Still, it wasn't enough to stave off a 20-point loss. LA's third straight defeat. The Lakers slipped into a virtual tie for the West's fourth seed with the Rockets. These losses shouldn't move you at all. What is important is their process. And in this loss, there were enough improvements in their process that can be built upon.